Hi folks, God bless you, love to everybody, hope everybody's okay. You can get me on Facebook and Twitter, and you can get me on my website, jasonburnspreacher.com. Don't forget, I'll be going to Africa next year. I need your prayers, I need your support, and I need your backing. You can support me on Patreon, and you can find out information from my website at the top page. On the right hand side, there's links to Patreon. God bless you, and love to everybody out there. I'm going to share with you some videos today on William Carey, Baptist missionary, great Baptist missionary to India, and I'm just going to do some thoughts that will encourage you. Talking about his conversion. When he was a young man, or as a boy, he was influenced by William Law, who was a mystical writer. So he saw in Law and Law's converts a great desire for a mystical experience of God, and that was really influencing William Carey. But he was a bit perturbed that the mystical experiences sometimes led them astray, and so he wanted to seek further a knowledge of God, and he was floundering and struggling. And but one person that really helped him, page 29, it says this: Thomas Scott most helped him. The clergyman who was destined to become such an illustrious commentator, Scott was well fitted to guide him. Like Carey, he had taught himself Latin, Hebrew, and Greek, but ahead of Carey, he had been led out of deism's dreariness into evangelical joy, and had published the story of his spiritual struggle in a most impressive piece of autobiography. Carey now endeavoured to hear Scott whenever he could, and had many opportunities for personal conversation with him. Scott, for his part, was struck by the youth's developing mind, and said to several he would prove no ordinary man. Carey wrote this about Scott: "If there be any work of God in my soul, I owe much of it to Mr. Scott's preaching when I first set out in the way of the Lord." And you can get a second-hand copy of Thomas Scott's autobiography, where he comes out of deism to Christianity, published by the Banner of Truth. So my thought here is, if you think of 1 and 2 Timothy of Paul, where Paul encourages Timothy to expound the word of God and to appoint godly elders, what I find encouraging here is the power of a godly minister. Here's a godly minister, Thomas Scott, expounding the Bible, teaching the Bible, preaching the Bible. And this young man, William Carey, is hungry. He's hungry for the truth. And he meets this minister, and this minister is able to teach this young man. And this young man gets saved, and he gets built up and discipled because of a faithful ministry. So this is William Carey and his conversion. But the lesson that you learn from his conversion is the power of a faithful ministry. And we see that in Thomas Scott, who was a faithful evangelical preacher of the Word of God. What a wonderful, wonderful lesson to learn. God bless you, and we're going to learn some more lessons in a minute.